asked me 3 years ago if a small-town school in western Kentucky would be subject to yet another open fire incident, I would have quickly told you that you were crazy, that such thing would never happen. Not again, not here. It would never happen in a school exactly like mine. But it did. Not long after, I was sitting in the gym of my own high school with a close friend of mine when he turned to me and said, "I'm glad I have you in my life. Not everyone has someone who they can depend on and confide in. Maybe if that student would have had someone like we have each other, things today would be different." That's when it hit me. The purpose of Rotary International is to advance goodwill and peace around the world. In today's society, Rotary branches are focusing on environmental conditions and climate change. But today, I want to address a different type of environment and climate, one that is often overlooked. After the Marshall County High School shooting, I was inspired to make a change in my high school, to make its environment more safe, welcoming, and positive, to establish a long-term climate change, including acceptance, empathy, and compassion, to ensure that no matter who you are or what obstacles you face, you always have a shoulder to lean on. That's where the idea for the Friends peer-to-peer mentoring program began. The Friends Peer Mentoring Group is a program that I co-founded at my high school along with 2 other students. This group is different than other peer mentoring groups because this one is completely student-led. The members of this group are not only students who maintain good grades and have a strong set of extracurriculars, but students who have faced their own forms of adversity and persevered through them. The student leaders of the club have had experience with a wide variety of issues, ranging from depression to divorce. The members of the group have completed confidentiality training to ensure that what they were told stays between the mentor and the subject. This training also included information about when students needed to reach out and tell an adult or law enforcement. This group promotes the idea that I'm not what happened to me, and I'm not where I come from. I am what I choose to become. Now, our group is still developing and is looking to expand our horizons by creating a peer mentoring classroom, a safe place where students can come during the day to confide in another, and by establishing an online text messaging platform, such as a help hotline. I founded this group on the belief that everyone has good inside them and that no one deserves to suffer alone. And that is what I want you to take away from this today. Yes, the purpose of establishing the Friends Peer Mentoring Group was to reduce all threats of violence at my high school by promoting student-to-student relationships. However, we also established this group to encourage everyone, not just the members, to reach out and make a change in our school and our community. The world we live in today is shadowed by darkness and hate. We live in a world full of crime, terror, fear, anger, and hostility. But it is up to us to change that. And change is at the palm of our hands and at the edge of our fingertips. While we do live in a world shadowed by darkness, we also live in a world where one smile can start a friendship. We live in a world where one word can end a fight. We live in a world where one look can save a relationship. And we live in a world where one person can change your life. Being kind to someone else is absolutely priceless, but can be life-changing. It doesn't take much to look at someone and say, "Hey, you're doing a good job." It doesn't take much to look at someone and say, "Hey, you look really nice today." It doesn't take much to look at someone and say, "Hey, can I sit with you at lunch today?" And it doesn't even take a whole lot to look at someone and say, "Hey, are you okay?" A single act of kindness throws out roots in all directions, and those roots sprout, grow, and blossom into new, beautiful trees. Mother Teresa once said, "Kind words can be short and easy to speak, but their echoes are truly endless." I want to inspire you to be an echo, not only for others, but for yourself as well. The Rotary is composed of members, Members that have a longing to instill long-lasting change in themselves, in their communities, in their state, in their nation, and in our world. Everyone has the power to change the world. It only takes one person and one act of kindness to inspire others and create change. Rotary International President Barry Rassin said, "Be the inspiration, and together we can and we will inspire the world." Thank you.
That was Ellie McGowan giving us her winning speech, and I can see why, at the Rotary Club. And Ellie, you're from Fredonia, yes?
Yes.
And no, you don't go to Caldwell, though.
No, I do not. I attend Crittenden County High School.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for sharing that speech. Very moving, very passionate. I can see why you chose the subject.
Yes.
It must have been very easy and hard to write about at the same time.
Yes, it was, and I just want to say thank you to you all for allowing me to be here today, and later on this afternoon I will be representing the Princeton Rotary at the sectional contest today in Mayfield, so I hope that everything goes well there, and I'm absolutely ecstatic to be granted this wonderful opportunity.
Thank you for coming in this morning, Ellie.
Thank you.
Serving Caldwell County since 1950. We're 1580, 103.3 WPKY Princeton.